We're back. It is 18 minutes past the hour. The Rick and Bubba Show. Our fax line, 205-945-3999. On the World Wide Web, it's Rick and Bubba, spelloutand.com. Go there now and find out how you can enter Rick and Bubba Idol. Speaking of American Idol, and you could be the next big star here on the program. So go to the website, enter. All the information is there. And also, Ryan Greenwood, webmaster, is here this morning. Bubba's Grill will be up later today. Yeah. Later today. You
Really soon.
Got the pictures, and we'll get them up.
And soon.
I emailed them to you, but I got those too if you need it.
Okay.
They'll be up
yeah,
soon.
And Ryan Greenwood.
I got them too late.
I've assigned it to somebody in the web group, and they're getting it done right now.
The name Ryan is really in right now, so we made Ryan Greenwood come in again this morning. Speaking of that, we've talked about the Ryan of American Idol. How about the Ryan of the host of that comedy show coming to Turner South, Ryan Cameron, who joins us now. Ryan, welcome to the program. How are you, sir?
Hey, guys, how you doing this morning?
We're doing good.
Ryan, welcome, and we have to ask this question. We understand you do a morning show, right?
I do a morning show here in Atlanta.
Now, are you off this week, or how are you here with us now?
No, actually, what I had to do this morning was actually put in for 1 hour of vacation time, and I'm doing that this morning, and they actually think that I'm actually on the air right now, so this has to be a really quick interview because I have to be back by the time I get off the air, so they really don't know.
You know, Ryan, I'm looking at you right now. Did you take one of Ruben's jerseys and just put your number on it?
No, definitely not. No, this is actually Ruben's waist size. And this is how big Ruben is, the old city of Brooklyn.
Well, Ryan, if you were on vacation, we were concerned that you had to get up, and we all know that doing what we do for a living, getting up is not always the easiest thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it now, though. I mean, you know...
What's the secret? Because we haven't got to.
Well, the secret is you got to get there 5 minutes before the show starts.
See, I've been telling them that. I've been telling y'all that for the past 5 years. I don't get there till about 10 minutes before we start. I don't want to get there any earlier than that. 10? Sometimes
5.
10?
Yeah.
5 minutes, just like Ryan said. That comedy show, Friday nights, 8 o'clock, what is this? Are we looking for the next great comedian? How's this going to work? Are we just featuring people?
No, these guys are already established.
Already done.
Yeah, this is not an amateur contest. A lot of these people you've seen on other shows, these are the top comedians around the country coming to Turner South to show, you know, comedy Southern style, basically. And I believe that from the audience that you'll see that's there in Atlanta, that the show just will run the gamut. And what I'm trying to do, really, guys, I got to jump in and say this, is that I saw you guys launch, and I saw, you know, the Rick and Bubba bobblehead dolls. And I just want to show you what Turner South gave me for my launch. Right here is the That Comedy Show Drink Swizzle Stick. So I'm trying to work my way up to a bobblehead doll. So I don't know how much money they're going to put in it. So this has to go well because I know there's a bobblehead doll waiting for me.
Well, Ryan, let me say this. Be careful who you order them from. Let me just say that.
Yes, we've tried to market those and sell them, but have you ever tried to get some from China while the SARS scare is going on? So anyway, our bobblehead dolls will arrive, but they've got surgical masks on across the front of them. Have we lost Ryan?
No, I'm right here.
Ryan, I have to tell you, too, you have to be impressed with our technical setup here. You holding that phone in front of Granny's quilt there, I mean, that is...
This is really cool. I mean, is it really connected? I mean, this is really, I keep waiting on, you know, the Bluebird Diner to ask, like, is Thelma Lou at the Bluebird Diner on the other end of this phone?
Yeah. Ryan showed here sitting and featuring one of his Meemaw's quilts. Oh, my nose is bleeding. No, you're getting a nosebleed?
Ryan, you made Rick laugh so hard you made his nose bleed.
Ryan.
Do that.
Oh, boy.
Ryan. No, Ryan,
look, I'm doing my impression of Robert Downey Jr.
Uh-oh. All the white lines disappearing on the highway.
Hey, look, this, and it's going to be with B Street Live. You guys are going to combo now, and it's going to be like the Friday night block party on Turner South.
That's right.
And it all starts at 8 o'clock Eastern time.
8 o'clock, starting with me, and then B Street Live right after that. It's going to be a great little run. We're going to have 4 weeks in a row, and then the Braves will be on, and then we'll come right back. So we're really excited about it. And I really want to thank you guys for having me on this.
Look, Ryan,
look, you can't run away that quick.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get back. He's in a commercial break.
I happened to notice that you won an Emmy in 1994. I don't read the bottom of the screen much, but What did you win an Emmy for?
I used to do Man on the Street stuff for 11 Alive, which is a local affiliate here in Atlanta. So, you know, we do a lot of stuff. It's sort of like whatever nobody else wanted to do, I went out and made fun. So they kind of recognized that tomfoolery and said, let's give this guy an award for it. And the funny thing about it is now it's all tarnished. It's not real gold. It's sort of like gold-like.
Yeah.
So it's kind of bronze now.
Well, you need to see Bruce Almighty if you hadn't seen it. You'll appreciate his role in that.
Okay.
We're like, you know, nominated for an Emmy, and we looked, and it's like an interview with Donny Osmond, so we know we have no prayer.
Yeah, no hope whatsoever. So,
but anyway, Ryan, thanks a lot, and I'm looking forward to watching the program.
And come see us sometime.
Yeah, come up here and hang out actually live in the studio, or if we're over in Atlanta, we'll come over there and maybe try to get together.
I'd love to do that, guys. Thanks for having me on this
Thank you, Ryan. Congratulations on getting this gig, too, by the way.
Hey, make sure you watch 8 o'clock tomorrow night, every Friday right here on Turn Us Out.
Ryan Cameron, your host of that comedy show, part of the Block Party Friday nights on Turner South. So catch it tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, as some of the best comedians from around the country will be showcased on that comedy show right here on Turner South. We'll be back. More of your phone calls at 877-WE-BE-BIG as the Clay and Ruben controversy continues. Hang on. Comedy show tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Turner South as part of the Block Party with B Street Live as well. As we get back, there's comments. Us Magazine, Us Weekly has come out. So has Fox News this morning that Clay from American Idol is saying that he was wronged and should have won the American Idol. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. They're talking about problems with the phones and all that. Of course, Ruben supporters were complaining about the same thing, but Clay is now going around doing interviews, and we have discussed how on the first American Idol that Kelly Clarkson got to have her walk, got her, you know,
her time as the winner.
Her time as the winner, release her CD first, and then now the others are releasing their CDs a year later, and Clay and Ruben seem to be acting as co-winners, which I don't think Ruben couldn't care less, but. You know, Donna is in Birmingham, said Clay was on Regis and Kathy Lee. What's up, Donna?
Hey.
Hey, Donna.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you. He was on there yesterday, and Kelly said, okay, we want the dirt. Did you really see the card that had the winner's name on it? And he said, yes, he did. He said he would walk around the corner, and that Ryan had the card open, and he saw it. And he said that's why he was facing Ruben, which I thought was odd when I saw it. Why is he facing sideways? And he said he wanted to be the first person to see Ruben's face when he got the news.
Okay, well, that sounds okay. But now the flip side of this is, and let me read this too. Okay, this is right off the Fox News website, report out of the NewYorkPost.com. Idol judge Simon said last week that Clay caught a peek of the winner's name on the card held by Idol host Ryan Seacrest, and a lot of people have been getting on him about that. Now, this is what he said. Right before we went out onto the stage, Ryan was looking at his card. Okay, let's stop there. Ryan is preparing to walk out, okay? So he is holding the card in front of him, going over his notes. He said, I kind of glanced over and saw there was a name that was there, and it was long, and he's holding his hands up like this long, using his hands to indicate the greater length of Ruben's name compared to his. Quote, so I had an idea. I kind of put two and two together. He said, I thought it was probably Ruben who won. Now, if...
That sounds a little different than I saw his name on the card.
The way this was originally presented was that Ryan Seacrest was like, hey, you lost, Clay. You know, let's go out there and act like we like it. I mean, it was almost that dramatic, where actually Ryan is reading it. So that means he's got it in front of him. And right here, Clay, of his own quote, says he kind of glanced over there, which means he had to position himself so he could glance over there. And he said that, you know, he's basing it on the length of the name on there. He couldn't even read it. So, that to me, that's a stretch at best. You know, I mean, maybe you got some idea or whatever.
It's being presented like he looked over and saw Ruben stuttered on the card.
Yeah, or that Ryan, you know, Seacrest left this laying around. And I meant to ask Ryan Cameron what he thought about it, but...
well, here's the thing. You know what? Who cares? Who cares if he saw it or not? What's that got to do with who won?
Yeah, I don't follow how that.
If you figured out you didn't win, okay, and so what? What's the big deal?
Yeah.
I mean, they have to tell you in about 5 minutes anyway. I don't even understand why that's such a big deal. Who cares? That'd be like somebody going, you know, I realized some guy came in on a presidential election or a governor or whatever, and they got the numbers before TV did and told me I lost. Well, yeah.
Well, you know, and I'm not trying to be the Ryan Seacrest fan club, but
why are you so fired up about Ryan Seacrest?
Well, no, the way it keeps being portrayed is
his hair?
that Ryan fumbled this somehow.
I know, and he did.
And he really didn't fumble it. Really, if you read this quote, it looks like Clay was looking over his shoulder. He was reading his notes before he goes out on live TV. I don't blame him.
And said, I think Reuben won because it looked like the name was longer.
Yeah,
that's a little different story than what we're hearing.
If you count the letters, it is a little bit longer, but it's not dramatic. It isn't like it was Schwarzenegger or something on there. I mean, you know.
And here's the thing I didn't like about it. Clay said, I looked over, I saw a name I think was longer than my name, so I assumed it looks like Reuben won. And at the same time, a dog walked on the stage with a Kansas tag on, and I thought, wow, that dog has walked here from Kansas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go to Dorothy in Vestavia. Hey, Dorothy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you guys?
Good.
We're great.
Well, Bubba just read what I was going to tell you, but that's what I heard him say, interviewed on E! Live day before yesterday. But look at the time frame then, since Bubba's already covered that. He said that day before yesterday, the story that he saw it backstage about 5 minutes before they went out and the length of the name and stuff. Then he gets on Regis and Kathy Lee yesterday and tells a different story. He also had a contradiction about why he was facing Reuben. If what he said, based on what the last caller said that he said yesterday, he told them on E! Live that he said, you know, now that I've seen that played back, I think, good grief, I look stupid. He said, really, they had turned and kind of glanced at each other, and he said, it's like, I guess I just froze. So every time I read something out of his mouth, it's different.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't, and like I say, I can't get an, is this Us Weekly interview, is it accurate? Is it the quote in Fox News that I think I could have won?
That's from the New York Post.
Yeah, I mean, so
the quote.
You know, it's getting a little hard to believe exactly where.
Here's the thing, too, Rick. Here's the thing, too. They did a great layout in this magazine, which, by the way, there's some good stories in here. We got to cover the Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt high school pictures, too. But they've got a great breakdown here, Reuben and Clay and what everybody's got. Reuben has been signed to J Records, which is also the home of Luther Vandross and R&B diva Alicia Keys. Okay? Clay has been signed to RCA that launched NSYNC, Christina Aguilera, and Kelly Clarkson. Reuben, the J Record founder, Clive Davis, said that he's taking a state-of-the-art approach to Reuben's album. The idol who has been compared to Grammy winner Vandross will record R&B, hip-hop, and pop tunes. You go over to Clay's column, they say that RCA is going to make him into a young Barry Manilow.
Oh, my gosh.
That is why the pop ballad like Bridge Over Troubled Water would make an excellent first single. When you look at the fan base for Reuben, they're saying it's wide-ranging. Millions of fans who voted for Reuben represent multiple generations. The fan base for Clay includes screaming girls. Clay is a teen idol, according to a spokesperson from Rolling Stone. When you look at a career forecast for Reuben, Damon Dash, co-founder of Rockefeller Records, believes Reuben can ride the success of the idol. He says if he makes as many records as possible and stays on the radio. For Clay, they predict a hit if Clay's album is released soon. Who knows how many albums Kelly Clarkson could have sold if her album had came out three months after American Idol instead of 8 months. So both of them have got a great future. So to me, I don't know why you're focusing on all that. You know what I mean?
I don't think winning it would have got him anything more than he's getting, based on his style of music.
Yeah, and the fact that you're focusing on things that are a lot of negatives. I mean, you want who got the most votes to win, but let's face it, this telephone voting thing, it can be kind of, flaky anyway. I mean, it's all about what switch, talk to who, and long distance. I mean, you know what I mean? It's, good gosh. The margin of error here has got to be dramatic anyway. So what do? You got to go with whatever gets in, right? Isn't that what you got to do?
Well, sure. Kathy in Georgia. Kathy, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
Good.
Great. Grass, by the way.
Welcome to the show.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
I've just caught on to Turner South and Rick and Bubba in the last few weeks, but I love it. I watch it. Comes on twice here. It comes on in the morning and then again at night.
It does in most places, too. A little hard to tell when it's going to come on at night because it varies so much. But
so I have to watch it
sometime
every
at
time.
night.
Yeah, I watch it both times.
Right. And when we're off work, they're not running reruns now, which I don't understand. Everything else is a rerun. But I want to get into all that. But by the way, coming up at the top of the hour, another old movie today, so get ready for that. But anyway, so Kathy, what's going on?
Okay, what the interviews I've seen with Clay, what he and the quotes. Now this, you know how magazine and newspaper articles are. I don't think they always put things in direct quotes. I think they may be taken out of context because the things that I've seen Clay say himself in the interviews, like with Regis and Kelly, it was put to him like this: you didn't win, but you did win. And he said, you're exactly right. I didn't win the American Idol, but I did win.
Is that Clay's CD I hear in the background?
No, I'm outside. You hear birds?
Oh, I was going to say, Kathy, are you in the woods?
No, I'm sitting on my deck drinking coffee.
Oh, I thought
wow.
Thought you might have been at the zoo feeding the lorikeets.
No.
And you can see the TV from out there?
Well, I have an outlet out here.
Hey,
so you have a TV out there?
Yeah.
Cool.
So and that's me. When I saw these,
that's the life.
When I saw these quotes from supposedly from Clay, I was a little surprised because anything I had seen, he had never really got into this. It's the first time I've seen all this. So.
Right. He really is very, very happy for Ruben. And what he said on Regis and Kelly yesterday was, they asked him, yeah, did you see the name? And he said, well, yes. He said, you know, Ryan was standing next to me. And I just glanced that way, and all I could tell was it was a long name, and I knew Clay Aiken wasn't as long as Reuben Studdard. So I assumed. He said, but before this show ever came on that night, I told Reuben, I want to be the first one to see your expression when you're announced the winner.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he said, if you noticed me staring at him, that's why I was, because I had told him before we ever went out there that when you win, I want to be the first one to see your expression.
See, that's why part of me wants to go, you know what, Clay, you know, he means he's sincere. He really is happy for Reuben. And then I hear quotes that weren't paraphrased, but actual quotes from when he was on Fox and Friends. And
unless it came out of the New York Times.
Now, but this is from Fox and Friends when he was actually on television.
Right.
And, you know.
I could have been an intern sitting down here.
Yeah, really. Freelancer. But, you know, kind of confusing. Clay, which one do you mean? Are you happy or are you bitter?
And which one's true?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back. Rick and 877 We Be Big is our number. Go there, and you'll talk to Bad Mama Jamma, who will send you in here to talk to us. Coming up on the website, rickandbubba.com, pictures later today of Bubba's Grill. Comparative pictures have gone to webmaster Ryan Greenwood. And also go there and find out how you can enter the Rick and Bubba Idol. Could you be? Maybe we'll have a controversy. Maybe our second place person will say it's all good and then come back and complain. Most likely. So look for that on the website and get those CDs to us. We need those in the mail by June the 13th.
Rick, just a couple other notes from Us Weekly, and we'll go back to the phones. I know a lot of you still want to talk about some of the topics on the table. There's a great section in here about Brad and Jennifer Aniston and their pictures from high school and growing up, which is pretty funny because you always wonder what somebody looks like when they were in high school. And it's got some great shots, including a prom picture.
Wow.
And you got to ask the guy who's with her in this prom picture, where is he at today? But anyway, you'll need to see that. Pretty interesting, too, a story about The Bachelor, Andrew Firestone, and his pick, Jen. This is hilarious. They've got a little graphic in here. Her net worth, $50. His net worth, $2.6 billion.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I saw an article that they're very happy together. I bet.
Rick, they have the write-up in here has 5 surprises so far for the new couple. Number 1, there will be no prenuptial agreement in the marriage. With an estimated family fortune of more than $2.6 billion, you think that there would be some paperwork involved with that. Not so, according to lawyers for the family. So we'll see how that plays out. Shock number 2, Jen would throw up too, she says. You remember when Kirsten was leaving in the limo, she said the fact that she was thinking about Andrew proposing to Jen makes her want to throw up.
Which I was glad. I wish Clay would have said that. Reuben winning makes me want to throw up.
Jen confides back, the thought of Andrew proposing to her also would want to make me throw up, which I appreciate her saying that.
Yes.
Surprise number 3, Andrew has burped in her ear several times. Apparently this is a problem.
What? It's better being a laugh ender, though.
Surprise number 4, Andrew found out that Jen is a klutz. The signs were all over the place. Jen has broken her foot twice, and she clumsily dropped the final rose after he got down on one knee to propose. Now, Andrew sees the trend. He says it's hilarious. Says that she almost tripped over a phone cord one morning and did a face-first plant into the carpet. Surprise number 5, Jen is moving to San Francisco. She is going to move in with him, and they are going to work as PR consultants for the family's vineyard. Andrew's current roommate will also live there for the time being. They're joking that it will not be Three's Company for long, as they plan to move quickly into the marriage situation. So that's just an update from Us Weekly. Pretty funny, though.
Let's go to more phone calls. Let's go to Stuart in Gadsden, Alabama. Stuart listening on Mix 102.9, watching on Turner South. Stuart, how you doing?
Doing good this morning, guys. How y'all?
We're good.
Great. Listen, got a little bit of a comment on this Reuben situation. There's no doubt about it, I believe, if we just neck this thing down, that Reuben basically brought his A game from day one.
Yes.
And, you know, I think we all know that. And he deserves to win. Clay, I believe, was brought back in, if I'm not mistaken, from the alternate bunch.
He was. He kind of came through as a wild card. And, you know, and really on the last night, I kind of felt like Clay performed well enough to win. But it was based on the overall deal, and I think Reuben was more consistent. I agree.
I do, too. There's no doubt about it. And I believe Reuben is, like you said earlier, Rick, I believe he may be a little too nice. He is a nice guy, and I believe they may be taking advantage of that a little bit. But to neck that down as well, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and I believe they're all going to make more money in the end because of this, because when they're pitting one another against each other like they're trying to do, it's just going to make the fans want to go out and buy, you know, the particular one that they pull for his album, which is going to put more money in the executive's pocket as well as the idol's
you
pocket.
got to look out, too. This also could be a WWF thing.
Exactly.
I mean, this could all be planned for everybody to continue to do the I'm for him, I'm for this one, I'm for that one routine. So
no doubt about it. Also, Rick, have you heard that, what's his name, Clay Aiken is going to move in with Kimberly Locke, who Dee's got a crush on?
No.
Yes, absolutely. They announced that yesterday.
That's not true.
No, it is really. It is really. He is, matter of fact, they done got the apartment in California together.
Come on, Kim.
It's a fact. I'm sure someone else will call in and confirm
Kimberly
that.
Locke is moving in with Clay Aiken?
Yes, they're going to be roommates. And, you know, what's odd about that is someone had said, I believe last week on the show, that Clay Aiken's girlfriend, I think, was Carmen or something like that.
Yeah.
Now he's moving in with Kimberly Locke.
Well,
they're going to share a room together. Is that not odd?
Yeah, but you know, if you're Kimberly Locke's dad, are you really threatened?
No, you're not threatening at all. I agree with you there, brother. He is a little sweet. One more thing, Rick.
Yeah.
I got an answer to another fat guy controversy.
What's that?
Now, our buddy Kurt Jarvis and you, we know, has kind of been pitted against one another on the high school deal, and it's never really been settled.
Yeah,
Rick, we know you're pumping iron. You're looking kind of buff there.
Yeah.
Why don't y'all take it to the gym, man?
Well, we did, and it's gotten so bad, and I'm not making this up.
Much like the final of American Idol, it's controversial.
Let me say this, and I'm not making this up.
I don't know. I'd like to see Rick in a bench press contest. He looks like he could push some heavy iron there.
Well, let me just say this. Kurt Jarvis started working out with me. He lasted about a week and a half and has missed the last 5 workouts, and mysteriously always has a reason he can't come.
Rick, what are you benching?
Right now, I bench about 285.
That's That's what I thought.
Yeah, which, you know, that's not too good if you're in your prime, but if you're an old man, that's all right.
That's good, Rick.
Stuart, you
Thank you, bud.
didn't ask me what I bench.
What are you benching, Bubba?
Well, I ain't maxed in a while.
I hear you, Bubba.
But
I
I
can't
you know,
put enough on one bar for you, can they, Bubba?
Well, that thing got to bending, and I said, this just doesn't look good.
Enjoy the show, guys.
Thank you.
I don't know. I throw around 125, 130. You know.
Yeah, 285. That's what I curl. Well, thanks for being with us on TV. Good news. Is it Hocus Pocus? What's the one coming up next? The movie?
It's an Elvis one.
Elvis, what was it, Chris? Move, Justin. I can't see Chris. Harem Scarum.
Yeah, that's it.
And that movie's only been shown probably about 300 times. We go on vacation, one rerun of the show, can't get it. Do you like Harem Scarum next on Turner South? We'll see you.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.